video is going to help solve one of those just little problems that you might have had in Premiere that was just kind of a inefficient, time-taking workflow. And that's when you have this situation. When you have a long bit of music and a shorter video. And so previously, this would take hours of cutting and rippling and fading, trying to get that music to sound right and to fit in that space. If we choose to just chop this off at the end of the scene, it's going to sound a little awkward. This new remix audio allows you to do this quickly and get some help from Adobe Sensei, which is the artificial intelligence background of Adobe. So it doesn't matter if you have your own music, you've got these from a stock service, your neighbor's GarageBand. This is going to create ideal cuts, loops, and retime and rearrange your music almost instantly. So we're going to select our music clip, and I'm going to grab my Ripple Edit tool and go down to the Remix tool. So this is a brand new tool for us. And I just want to make sure I can see the end of my music here. And I'm just rippling this. And some magic has started happening. You can see we've got a little blue line coming there. And my Essential Sound panel came up on the right side. So when you remix a song, what you want to consider is the target duration, as well as things such as the dynamics, different sections in the music, and the type of music. You can use all of these customized sliders to try out different arrangements. All you need to do is select that clip, enable a remix, and then edit all of these properties. So the duration can be typed in, or when you do what we did, it automatically creates a clip that matches. Now you'll notice we're a few seconds over there. So the target is 40 seconds and our remix is 43. Remix finds a version that's within 5 seconds of that target. So we've got about 3 seconds in there. The next one is segments. Use this to control the number of cuts and crossfades. Let's take a look at what those look like. I'm going to simply double click my audio, and you'll notice these little zigzag lines. Those are the editing remixes. So they're displayed in those zigzags. So you can tell how many segments were created with those zigzags. Lower values of the segments make few cuts, whereas higher values give them really more dynamics. Now, my way of working is if I have a clip that has a lot of kind of looping, repeating, I might choose lower segments. If I have something that's really dynamic, a lot of musical changes, I'm going to choose higher segments. This just helps Adobe Sensei make the best choices for your remix. And finally, variations. This will allow you to preview some alternatives, either focusing more on melodies or harmonies. And you can see that kind of grayed out. This is the melody side and this is the harmony side. So, for example, if you're doing something with a trumpet, that might be a better melodic variation. Whereas if you're using like an orchestral piece, you might want a more harmonic variation. So let's play this remix through, and I'm going to mute my other audio tracks, and we're just going to play this through, and then we're going to customize a bit. Okay, so that's what that looks at the current segments. And let's change this a bit. So let's have fewer. And we're going to play again. So you can see a little bit of change in there. And I'm just going to change that back to 5 because I think that was fine. And I really think that this is kind of a melodic. So let's just play with some variations here. And it really remixed that clip again. So let's listen. You can see a little change in there and there. So definitely worth it to experiment with those segments and those variations with that. So one of the ways that remix works is it keeps the beginning and end of the clip really the same, and it remixes the middle part. So let's say that you have a song that you want to happen at a particular point. You can split that clip and remix both of them separately and then put a transition between the two of them. Now I'll give you a warning. Remix doesn't really get vocals. So sometimes what they'll do with vocals is keep the first few lines, then edit some, and if vocals are a key part, it kind of loses context. So I would avoid remixing with heavy vocals because you're going to lose a lot of that in there. But this is definitely something fun to play with and prevent your music from just getting chopped off at the end. Have fun playing with that.